It's Friday, March 7th, 2025. Welcome to episode 144 of the Alameda Postcast, an audio service of the Alameda Post. I'm your host, Scott Peeler. In this edition of the Postcast, red light cameras coming to Alameda, an update on the Climate Action and Resiliency Plan, a fire at Otison Park, the latest real estate sales, Whisk Cake Creations opens their new location, our walking history tours are back, the Post brings you a new online game, and don't forget the time change. These stories and more on this episode of the Alameda Postcast. Our top story, Park Street and Otis, Webster and Atlantic. Those are the two locations for a pilot red light camera program after unanimous City Council approval on Tuesday. High-definition cameras at these intersections will operate 24/7 to capture violations with the goal of improving traffic safety, eliminating enforcement bias, and improving police efficiency. Although red light violations accounted for just 3% of Alameda's traffic collisions in 2024, 50% of those violations resulted in injuries, a higher ratio than other collision types. Lieutenant Brian Foster reported that Alameda Police Department anticipates automation will capture an average of 35 daily violations at the pilot locations, translating to over 12,000 violations a year. He also cited an Oxnard, California study which found that implementing red light cameras resulted in total collisions decreasing by 7%, injury collisions by 29%, and red light-related collisions by 32%. Of course, this kind of tech is not free. According to Lieutenant Foster, to remain cost-neutral, each camera must issue just 2 to 3 citations daily. California red light tickets typically cost drivers around $490. Red light cameras capture clear images of drivers for accurate ticketing, along with a license plate. If the vehicle is stolen, the driver's image helps to facilitate ticket dismissal. An APD staff member will review each violation before sending it to court for enforcement. APD will store the data for 6 months or until the citation is adjudicated per California Vehicle Code requirements. We'll develop a strict data access and retention policy modeled after the automated license plate recognition policy. In the end, Councilmember Tracy Jensen motioned to install red light cameras at Park Otis and Webster Atlantic and to have APD report on their effectiveness a year after their installation. The motion passed unanimously. APD will begin a vendor selection process, draft a data access and retention policy, and seek budget approval for technology and staffing. Their goal is to return to the Council in the summer or fall of 2025 for final program approval and to start implementation. For full details, see Karen Jensen's article at alamedapost.com/news. During the Transportation Commission meeting on Wednesday, February 26th, City Sustainability and Resilience Manager Danielle Mueller introduced the final draft 2025 Climate Action and Resiliency Plan, or CARP, which serves as a mid-cycle update to the original plan published in 2019. This iteration is intended to celebrate the city and community's successes while also evaluating progress and outlining revised vision and goals, greenhouse gas mitigation measures, and implementation plans. The 2025 CARP also includes an update to the Climate Adaptation and Hazard Mitigation Plan. Achieving the 4 key goals of becoming carbon neutral, building community resilience, cultivating community education and activation, and leading by example is supported by ongoing and new greenhouse gas reduction strategies in each space. At the top of the list, reducing transportation emissions, which make up 2/3 of the emissions in Alameda. So far, Alameda has achieved a 29% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions comparing 2022 to 2005. The reduction can be attributed to several factors, but primarily to the 100% clean electricity provided by Alameda Municipal Power. The city target is to reach a 50% reduction by 2030 and net zero by 2045. The Commission unanimously voted to endorse the 2025 CARP and 2024 Annual Report. The 2025 CARP will go before the Planning Board for consideration on Monday, March 10th, and before City Council on Tuesday, March 18th. For full details, see Ken Durr's article at alamedapost.com/news. On the subject of keeping things green, our own Gene Chen tagged along with crew from Alameda's Public Works Department as they utilized the city's Pipe Hunter truck to help keep Alameda's storm drains clear. You might not think this has anything to do with you, but properly disposing of household and other waste helps keep the system flowing freely. Remember, those storm drains drain directly to the bay. Take a look at this process, including video of the Pipe Hunter in action, and learn how you can do your part with Gene Chen's article at alamedapost.com/features. This past Monday, Alameda Fire Department responded to a fire at a 3-story apartment building at the intersection of Park and Otis. Shortly after the smoke was reported, the department was on scene. Fire was extinguished by 8 p.m. No injuries were reported, and no residents were displaced. The story can be found at alamedapost.com/news. As we do every 2 weeks, let's take a look at the latest real estate transactions, thanks to Liz Rush. From February 18th to March 3rd, 13 homes changed hands, ranging from $735,000 to $1,670,408. I get the feeling that somewhere someone lost out on that last one by $8 or so. The median asking price was $1,095,000, while the median selling price was $1,455,000, a $360,000 difference. Oldest home, 1901, newest, 2018. All told, 10 homes went for above asking, 2 for below, and 1 at list price. For a full look at all the numbers, see Liz Rush's article at alamedapost.com/features. Was walking down Lincoln the other day, received a nice surprise. After quite a few months of opening soon signage, Whisk Cake Creations has opened up their new physical location at 1216 Lincoln Avenue. While still primarily a custom cake baker, you'll find them open for coffee and baked goods Thursday through Sunday from 10 to 2. You might remember Whisk's previous location on Main Street in the space now occupied by Share Pizza. I enjoyed my coffee, and my dog loved the Pup Cup. Stop by and say hi. We've added a new word puzzle for your daily enjoyment, Word-A-Mita. And yes, the format is similar to a famous game you might have played, but with an Alameda twist. Our publisher, Adam Gillett, caught the attention of KCBS's Megan Goldsby.
Well, Alameda does love Alameda, and so we love giving Alameda as much Alameda as they can get.
Enter Word-A-Mita, the brand new game on the Alameda Post website. Adam Gillett is publisher and executive editor of the news site.
Right now, our first theme is the railroads, because they were a big part of Alameda's history. But we're also going to do things like local wildlife and waterfront features.
It's a good way to build more loyalty in a year that he says could be a tough one for nonprofits and donations and funding that keep them going. Alameda is an island of smarties and puzzlers. The city has a similar game on its website. What you're getting here that you can't get from the New York Times is some answers that are proper nouns, like Alameda street names.
And there's also a feature where you can share your scores to social media, so you can challenge your friends and see who can get the puzzle in the fewest amount of guesses.
Who is the most Alameda?
That's right.
Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
You'll find the puzzle at alamedapost.com/Word-A-Mita. That's WORDAMEDA. Thanks to Megan Goldsby and the crew at KCBS. One of our favorite Alameda features is back this weekend. Time for our walking history tours to resume. Saturday or Sunday, join Dennis Evanosky and Adam Gillett for the first of 2 treks through the Gold Coast. You learn about Alameda's 3 main phases of development and how the varying architectural styles came into vogue in the area. We'll discuss the creation of Franklin Park, among other subjects. As he does for every tour, Dennis has prepared an excellent introductory article. Look for Join Us for a Jaunt Through the Gold Coast at alamedapost.com/history. For tour tickets and to preview upcoming walks, head to alamedapost.com/tours.
It's your day, Woman's Day. It's your day, Woman's Day.
That's right, Saturday is International Women's Day, part of Women's History Month. That's part of what Amanda Laird has highlighted in this week's All Around Alameda column. On Saturday, the Alameda Free Library presents 2 events focusing on women in STEM fields with a focus on engineering and entomology. These events kick off a month-long focus on women in the arts and sciences. Also on Saturday, GrannyCon, taking place on Park Street. This fundraiser for breast cancer prevention encourages participants to get out their best granny attire. Local businesses involved include Sea Spot Run, Julie's, and Saltbreaker. Other highlighted events, a free sensory-friendly showing of Despicable Me 4 at the library on Sunday afternoon, the amazing Bubble Man at Rhythmics also on Sunday, as well as our previously mentioned walking history tour. Find All Around Alameda at alamedapost.com/features. Need to take a moment to congratulate the Food Bank players for their sold-out run of The Great Gatsby. Karen Jensen took in one of last weekend's performances. She gives her review and lets us know that the players are considering extending the run. Find her article at alamedapost.com/features. Other live theater this weekend, She Kills Monsters, presented by Tomorrow Youth Repertory at Trinity Lutheran on Saturday and Sunday. St. Joseph's presents Legally Blonde the Musical Friday and Saturday. See Gene Kahane's review of that one at alamedapost.com/features. Don't forget, you can find even more events at 94501.info. Time change is upon us again, that's right, at 2 a.m. Sunday or before you head to bed Saturday night. Set your clocks forward 1 hour. And to my fellow dog owners, we will get through this. Thank you for your support of local news for Alameda. Find us on all the usual social media outlets. Get the Postcast wherever you get your podcast, or just tell your smart device to play the Alameda Postcast podcast. I'm Scott Peeler, back next Friday with episode 145 of the Alameda Postcast.